only be liking gay boys because y'all be using them as accessories. Y'all want a saucy Santana so bad. Y'all want an arrogant taste so bad. If you are a gay boy, if you are a gay man, and you are friends with a woman, please make sure that come hell or high water, if it was ever time to march up in the streets for your rights, that be right beside you. Because I promise y'all, a lot of the girls that y'all be thinking is y'all friends are not y'all friends. They only see y'all as a person.
Being the gay best friend has been my life since high school. Growing up as a gay boy, I've always surrounded myself around a lot of girls. Not that I was forced to, but women always understood me compared to trying to make friends with the guys in school. Not only did we have so much in common, but they were the first to ever defend me whenever boys in school would attempt to bully me because I was flamboyant. Now, although there are straight women out there who are genuinely allies for the LGBTQ plus community, I can't help but to talk about the problems I ran into dealing with straight women who I was friends with, telling me they were allies but their actions said otherwise. Dealing with their homophobic boyfriends, me feeling like a person to them, and the list goes on and on. When it comes to being the gay best friend, the most prominent stereotype is parallel with that of flamboyant men. Some gay men are viewed as a token gay friend within a predominantly straight female group or duo, which is unfortunate if you ask me. With any set of stereotypes, it is inevitable that media and pop culture will perpetuate gay men, whether that be conscious or not. This is apparent in many hit movies and TV shows, specifically in the late 90s and early 2000s. As society started to be more accepting of homosexuality, by accepting, I only mean that media didn't use slurs to describe gay people, but rather showed the aforementioned acceptance through the isolated act of incorporating gay characters into storylines. But that didn't mean they were nice about it. Some of the most popular characters that exemplify this gay best friend trope include Stanford and Anthony from Sex and the City, Mark from Ugly Betty, and Damien from Mean Girls. All of these characters have the same purpose within what I'm going to break down on this video. They were all simply an accessory. But let's unpack this and talk more about it. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your boy Doc Quinante, and I'm back at it again with another video. As you guys can see by the title, we are talking about the problem with being the gay best friend. Now, what motivated me to do this video, I did a video as of recently. It was called I think it was called The Trouble of Who Gonna Be the Boys on TikTok. And as I was going through my comments, I took notice I was getting a lot of comments from my supporters basically asking, can I do a video about me talking about how gay men are used as accessories? Let me close this window. How gay men are used as accessories to women. Now, although I've done a video on that specifically before, I don't know if they ever seen it, but I was like, let me go back and watch it. So I sat back and watched the original video, and after watching, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just make a whole other video talking about this because I feel like I didn't really touch on points that I know now compared to when I first made it. So yeah, make sure you guys sit back and relax and enjoy this video. Points that I kind of want to talk about pertaining to this conversation is the gay best friend trope. I want to talk about why do gay men and straight women make such great friends, and I want to do a breakdown of problems of being the gay best friend with a bit of storytelling, right? So I know some of y'all thinking, well, what the hell is a best friend trope? I'm gonna let y'all know. So the gay best friend trope is a common stereotype in media where a gay man is portrayed as the best friend of a heterosexual woman. This character is often depicted as fashionable, humorous, and overly supportive, serving as a sidekick to the main character. While it can be fun and entertaining, this trope can be problematic because it reduces gay men to a one-dimensional role and reinforces stereotypes. It doesn't reflect the diversity and complexity of real-life relationships. It's important to portray characters in a more nuanced way that represents their individuality rather than relying on cliches. On Sex and the City, Stanford, which is Carrie's best friend, was often used as a supporting character, sometimes even as an accessory. While he was a beloved character and had his own storyline, especially with Anthony, his role in the main narrative often felt secondary to Carrie's. Some viewers and critics have pointed out that he was sometimes treated as a sequel accessory, reflecting Carrie's life and experiences. So when it comes to the gay best friend trope, it mainly stems from the movies and the TV shows we've seen growing up, right? Now, although I feel like sometimes with watching those TV shows and movies, it didn't really resonate with real life, but at the same time it did. And I felt like with watching movies like Mean Girls, like seeing Damien, play that role or whatever the case may be, I do feel like sometimes it kind of fed into the stereotype of us gay men, which it was clearly a stereotype. Like every gay dude didn't act like that. Even though they got criticized for always having these gay boys play these roles, I feel like they kind of expose how some of these women like see us sometimes, and that's just me being real. That leads me to the question: why do straight women and gay men make a great friendship? I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that they often share similar interests and can communicate openly without the complications that sometimes come with romantic relationships. Plus, there's usually a lot of mutual respect and support. Gay men are often the best friends a woman can have. Movies, books, and web series, not to forget real life, are repellent that instances of deep and close friendships between straight women and gay men. For one, with the gay men, there are no taboo subjects or fear of being misunderstood. Second, a woman feels safer, knowing for sure she is not being targeted or wooed. Even better, this man and this woman are not competing for the same man. Third, since gay men have no qualms giving in their feminine side, as opposed to straight men who are rigidly macho, it is easier for women to connect on several more levels. In fact, studies show that women prefer hiring gay men over straight men. And fourth, a woman hanging out with a gay friend, whether they are both single, married, or in a relationship, is not judged as she may be when she hangs out with a straight man. That solidifies why gay men and straight women, why they get along so well. And I can vouch for that. Like, literally, when it comes to women, y'all already know what I just told y'all in the first beginning of the video. Like, I just resonated with women, and I still do to this day. And I still have really great girlfriends who are very, very, very like supportive of me. They love everything. I love everything about them. They love everything about me. Now, I want to read this comment, y'all. And this girl, her name is Alexis. I love her so much, but she commented on the original video of this conversation. I just kind of want to read y'all what she said because she made a very great point. As a straight female, I can say women do see gay men as an accessory. Not all, of course, but unless y'all are friends way back when, they find genuine female friends not just looking for a gay best friend is hard. They see them as a token friend, the friend that makes them stand out. They use them for a kind of male validation, but also have a homegirl. They hunt for them. It's weird, to be honest. A lot of people think gay men are just all the same or super feminine, and if you're not, they look at you weird. Also, with that, they always want a gay man, never lesbian or bi women. They get uncomfortable with that. Okay, so y'all, she clocked a lot of y'all's tea when it comes with that, and everything she said was chef's kiss, and it was so damn true. Now, the last part when she said something about they wouldn't be friends with a lesbian and bi women, that's opinionated, but y'all let me know how y'all feel about that statement. Do y'all feel like that shit is facts? Because I do see that a lot, and I do see some women not even want to be friends with a masculine gay dude. Like, they'll rather be friends with a feminine gay boy versus a masculine one. So y'all let me know how y'all feel about her comment, because she really, like, when I was reading it, I was like, I gotta put this in my video because she made a really good point. I kind of want to throw in this funny video in here because when it comes to this whole gay best friend thing, maybe this has something to do with it, but I know for me, like, one thing that I could not stand, y'all, was when I would be in like a workplace, right? And I would meet girls. And at first, I guess they didn't feel comfortable with asking me right off bat, like, hey, are you gay? But it wasn't until I told them, and like their whole, like, the way they talked to me was changing. And like, no shame, when they would do it, it'll come off as a physical, just like, girl, that's not how I talk. But it's like, once I will tell them that I'm gay, it's like, yes, like, you gay, like, clock it. Like, they'll say like little stuff or whatever the case may be. Not saying I don't use those like saying sometimes when I'm talking, but it is annoying when they automatically think you talk like that. I'm gonna put in a clip of what I'm talking about.
Bitch, you better work, honey, slay. You better slay the kids when you walk up in the building. I'm getting my entire life because I am living. Yes, auntie. Yes, God. Come on, sit down with Mother Fish so we can have us a real kiki, okay? Period.
So yes, y'all, that meme is gonna forever be funny with me because every time I watch it, I just think about the girls that just feel like that's how we act when they find out we're gay, and that's not always true. Now, I know some of these girls are meaning no harm when they do that kind of stuff, but sometimes y'all gotta just kind of read the room. You gotta read the room. Now, if the gay person, if he already like act like that off rip, then yeah, do that with him. But read the room, okay? That meme is so hilarious to me. Now that we got everything out the way that I kind of wanted to address in this conversation, I want to get into the nitty gritty, and that's the problems. Matter of fact, I feel like these are my problems that I have when it comes to being a gay best friend. The first problem that I have is some straight women will only tolerate a certain amount of your gayness. I'm gonna say that again. Some straight women will only tolerate a certain amount of your gayness. Now, another problem that I have is of course the stereotypes that we go through with being friends with these women. And the last thing I want to talk about is some of y'all will have homophobic boyfriends, but call yourself having a gay best friend. So when it comes, and I gotta adjust my seat when I talk this because I'm about to do a lot of storytelling. Let me bring this down a little bit. Okay. So the first thing I said was some straight women will only tolerate a certain amount of your gayness. So what I mean by that is, okay, so I had a friend, right? And y'all, we would have, like every friend do, we have a lot of conversations or whatever about everything, whether it's about sex, whether it's about our dating lives, whatever the case may be, we have normal friendship conversations. And one specific conversation that I kind of want to pinpoint is sex. So whenever we had conversations about sex, y'all, this girl will tell me every damn thing that her and her boyfriend was doing in the bedroom. I mean, I guess she grew comfortable around me or whatever, and we was best friends. She told me everything. A lot of this stuff was TMI. I didn't really need to know every damn thing, but she would tell me. So I felt like I could do the same too. I mean, you felt comfortable telling me that, so I'm gonna feel comfortable telling you this. So it's like after she would tell me all of the crazy things that she would do or whatever, it was my turn. So I would tell her certain things or whatever, y'all. And like I would just feel her energy just shift. Like she was just so uncomfortable with what I was telling her. You could just see it in her face, like she didn't hide it. Like she was disgusted actually. And I called her out one day. I'm like, why every time when we talk about this and I tell you my stories or whatever the case may be, you kind of give off like you be uncomfortable. And she was like, I do. She was like, I just don't say anything because I don't want to come off as homophobic or anything like that towards you because I do love you. And I'm like, but why would you feel uncomfortable? Like we're just if you love me and if you're not homophobic, why would you feel uncomfortable? She was like, I don't know, I just do. I'm like, well, you literally tell me every single thing. I don't really see the difference with me telling you my tea. Like I don't really understand. And we was having this whole we wasn't technically arguing, but we were just kind of having like a back and forth of she was just kind of feeling how she was feeling, and she felt like just because she felt just because she felt that way, it didn't make her homophobic or whatever the case may be. And I'm just like, well, look, I'm not gonna be around somebody that only can tolerate certain things, like certain parts of my gayness. Like I'm not finna be around you if I have to feel like I have to walk on eggshells with you. Like I want to be friends with somebody who I can just be myself with and we can just talk about everything and you can give me feedback. We can laugh about it. We can, joke about things like that. I don't want to be friends with somebody who I feel like I have to walk on eggshells with. So that's what I mean with some women. They might support you, they might live for you, girl, they might do this and that and third, but at the same time it's just certain things they'll tolerate with you. I don't want to feel like I'm being tolerated at all. So unfortunately that friendship didn't last long, but that was like a good example to give y'all. The other thing I want to address is the stereotypes. Now I only came up with two, and I kind of feel like after going back and reading it, they kind of sound the same, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. So the first stereotype I said was every gay men are into fashion and cosmetics. And the second one I said us being flamboyant. So when it comes to women nowadays and them screaming they want a gay best friend, they always seem to always talk about, they're not gonna lie to us about how we look or whatever. Like I want somebody to tell me if I look good or not. Like, why does that have to always be like the first thing that y'all say when y'all scream on y'all wanting a gay best friend? Because we're more than that. And honestly, truthfully, not every gay person is into cosmetics. Hell, not even all of us know how to do makeup or really are into fashion and things of that sort. So I just feel like me personally, I can tell that it's not intentional because you can just tell it's not intentional. Like you can tell these girls mean these things from like a good space, but at the same time, I just want y'all to see where the problem lies. I always feel like the gay best friend term was weird because you never see straight people be identified as their sexuality. Like you never see that, right? But it's like with us, you have the gay best friend, you have the gay this, you have the gay that, a gay teacher. Like, why do y'all have to always put our sexuality into what we are as a person, whatever the case may be? Y'all get what I'm trying to say. And it's some women that feel like they want a gay best friends because they can do their hair or they can do their makeup. And y'all, all gay people are not the same. And the other stereotype that I didn't like with us being flamboyant, every gay person is not the same. Again, some of us are masculine, some of us are both feminine and masculine, some of us are just strictly feminine. Either way, we're all different, y'all. We're not the same. I want to get that through some of y'all heads because some of y'all just look at certain people that y'all see on social media and just automatically think that's what all gay boys do, and that's not the case. And the last thing I want to talk about, some of y'all have homophobic boyfriends, but call yourself having a gay best friend. Now I have to do a mini story time. So when it comes to this situation, y'all, I never forget back in 2023, me, my best friend at the time, which was a girl, her boyfriend, and a mutual friend of ours, we all went on a birthday trip for her birthday. And so I wasn't really third wheeling because I had somebody with me. I want to say the third day we had went on like this. It wasn't necessarily like a yacht, it was like a boat. But they kind of took us like, they took us on like a tour guide around everything in the ocean or whatever the case may be. But y'all, we're sitting and we're having a good time at first. And I could already kind of feel that I couldn't be myself around her boyfriend because before we even like met, I'll never forget like the first thing he said about me was that I didn't look gay because he went through my Instagram or whatever and he was just kind of expressing to her like, he don't look gay. It wasn't until he was starting to hear me and her conversations or whatever, and he was like, okay, he gay. But I would take notice, y'all. Now I'm kind of everywhere with the story time. But when she would come to my house, this dude would call, like her boyfriend would call her every 5 minutes. I guess he didn't trust her being around me because I didn't give off gay. But like, bro, I'm genuinely gay as fuck. I don't get it. Like, what more do you want me to do? Like, you want me to go down and suck your dick? Like, what you want me to do? So this is where I had to cut this girl off. So now back to the boat ride. Her and her boyfriend started arguing with each other. Now, if it's one thing, only thing I do feel bad about is inserting myself into their issue. But listen, and y'all can kind of see why I did what I did. So as they're going back and forth, this dude is calling her out of her name, calling her the B word, like just calling her the H word. I don't know what happened, but he flipped out on her. And if it's anything, I'm very protective over all of my friends, my sisters, whatever the case may be. If you around me and I F with you, I'm going to protect you. So with that being said, y'all, he kept calling her the B word. So I'm like, look, I feel like Nini, not too many B words, like not too much or whatever. And I just kind of had to let him know. But I said it in a respectful manner, like, bro, like chill out. Like you ain't got to keep calling her the B word. So he was already on 10. So he just poured all his energy, like he already just poured all his negative energy into me. He started coming at me, calling me all kinds of F slurs, y'all. Yes, calling me all kinds of F slurs. I really thought I was going to fight this boy on this damn boat. But out of respect for my friend, I was kind of remaining calm with the whole situation because this was her birthday. And we had like 2 more days to go on her trip. And I was like, I'm not finna sit here and mess this up for her. So at first, I wasn't giving him the energy back because I was being the bigger person. Girl, that bigger person shit went out the damn window. But y'all want to know something that's crazy? I wasn't even really mad at him. Okay, y'all. So I'm laying here editing my video, right? And I lied. I was mad as hell at him. So I was mad at them both. I just had to put that in there because yeah, that's that. I was really mad at her because she wasn't defending me. She was just sitting there letting it happen. Like she just didn't like this dude was calling me all kinds of words, y'all, and she didn't say nothing. And I'm gonna kind of throw in a clip of like the prime example of literally what I'm talking about.
Don't keep talking about the exact same stuff. It's gonna end up tearing us apart. You have no opinion. You have no say so. Okay, but stand down, young man. Stand down. You run around flamboyant and doing all this crazy stuff because that's what you like to do. Come on now.
Well, girl, you gotta stay at home, Mom, and let him take care of you.
And you need to do something with yourself.
I don't have to.
You do get a job. Do something.
I don't have to.
Get yourself a woman or something, dog.
It's gonna continue. Garrett.
So yeah, although that clip wasn't like down to a T of what I went through, it just reminded me so much of what I went through with having a friend who, your boyfriend calling me the F word, girl, and you just sitting there and letting him, like it's weird, like you didn't say nothing, you're just on mute. When it comes to this conversation, this is all that I came with in my notes today, y'all. I feel like I'm missing something, but for some reason, I feel like I've covered everything that I want to cover. So if you feel like I missed out on something, please feel free to leave your comments and stuff down below. If you're a gay dude that's watching me and you have different problems that I didn't touch bases on, that I didn't touch on or whatever, again, please feel free to leave your thoughts and comments down below. But I love y'all so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.